Hey, Chris Mickelsen here with Pine Valley Realty. I'm here today with Luke Sorensen of Security Home Mortgage, and he's going to go over 3 very important things that you need to know when you're trying to get a loan. So Luke, what are 3 of the most important things people need to know when getting a loan?
3 of the most important things. Number 1 is pre-approval. Most people go about this backwards. You want to get pre-approved. You need to know what you're actually financially capable to be able to afford. That way it really limits the market down to what you actually need and can buy. Obviously your financial part is one of the biggest parts of the mortgage and home buying experience, because down payment, where your money's coming from, etc., how long you plan on being in the home. There's many different loan programs depending on where you want to buy. So pre-approval is by far probably one of the most important, and that's why I have it as my number 1 to get done when you're looking to buy a house.
So I had a client that was looking for a home a few years ago, and they called just some lender, I don't know who it was anymore, but asked them a couple of questions about their income, and that was basically it. Told them, oh, you're approved for $400,000. So we started looking at $400,000. I started to have some questions about their pre-approval, and they called someone else, and they went through a few more details, and we found out they were approved for $300,000. So big difference going from looking at a $400,000 home to a $300,000 home, and that was quite painful for them.
Well, and that's it. You don't want the process to be devastating. It's also one of the largest and biggest purchases you'll ever make in your life, and biggest financial decisions. You want to eliminate as much stress as you can, because it's just a big process. It is. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot to know. But a lot of people get confused a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter. Typically speaking, a pre-qualification letter is just going to be something that you just have a quick verbal conversation. Hey, I think you're good. Let's get documentation and actually get you pre-approved. So in a pre-approval letter with me, we actually have you pull credit. We are as if we were ready to do the loan that day. So we know you are qualified for what we're actually telling you to go out and find.
Okay, so Luke, what is the second most important thing that you tell people when they're trying to get a loan?
Second most important, I usually say, is down payment. The reason that is because that can determine what loan type we may stick you in, and that fits your situation the best. And again, everybody's situation is different, and we try to tailor it specifically to your situation. Down payment is huge. Do we have money down? Are we going with the 0 down program? You might be a veteran and we get 0 down anyways. USDA rural housing is fantastic. Or we're doing your traditional conventional FHA, but your down payment is by far probably the next most important thing, because it helps us figure out which category and which loan type to put you in that suits you best.
So start saving your money so you have a good down payment. Luke, what is another really important aspect that people need to know about when they're trying to get a loan?
Really important thing that we talk about is credit. Credit is very important. Obviously your range of credit score helps determine your interest rate and quality of loan and type of loan you're going to be able to get. And obviously the better interest rate you have, the more house you can purchase, and keep your payment around the same. So credit is very important. It's probably one of the top 3. Really not necessarily in that order, but there's a lot of really important things. Credit is by far up there, because you can have everything else in line and credit could be the thing that kills us. So it goes back to your pre-approval, like we talked about, the difference of a pre-approval and a pre-qual. Credit is one of those that I do without fail, because that right there could be the difference of what loan we put you in or whether you're qualified or not. A lot of people will tell you, hey, I'm pre-approved, let's go out and start looking. And they've done all the other checks, but have they ever pulled your credit? The first time they pull their credit, that's when you're under your contract, and then the stuff comes awry that you may not know, because most of us don't know what's always on our credit. Then we don't have a whole lot of time to get it fixed, and we're under the gun. We don't want to do that. So we really make sure credit's up front, pull credit. If there's anything we need to get corrected or fixed, we get them fixed. If not, and your credit's great, we just get you on your way.
So there we go. We have it from Luke, a lending professional. These are just 3 important topics when you're trying to get a loan, but not all of them, right,
No.
Luke?
Nope.
There's quite a few that you need to talk to a qualified lender about. If you have questions, give Luke a call. I'm going to put his information at the end of this video. If you need a realtor who's going to work hard for you and get you a good loan as well, give me a call. My number will be at the end of the video.